Okay, it says I'm recording a broadcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Steve Elkhorn Flips. You guys have been here before. You know the drill, what's going on. Tonight we're going to do basically a what sold video. There's a lot of Christmassy, well, not a lot, some Christmassy stuff in here. So that's the title. People are buying these things for Christmas. If you like what you see tonight, don't forget to like the page down below, share if you think it'll help somebody else. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that bell notification. We sure appreciate it when you are notified. I think you'll appreciate it too. We do also do every other Monday night, we do a Monday night auction, and that'll also give you a notification when that comes on too. So hit that bell notification. But without further ado, I am going to try to share my screen. Apologize for looking away from the camera. It's in front of my other monitor, which I will be looking at in a second. So, all right. So we're just going to get right into this. The first one, you pick these up. I pick them up anyway for a quarter or 50 cents at yard sales. No more than $1 ever. This is just a red flip top. I can't even talk tonight. Red flip top pocket poker electronic handheld game. Of course, you can see that it works and really nice. It was in good condition. Radica, just about anything Radica or Excalibur, I'll look at least. Probably pick up most of them if they're 50 cents or $1. This one sold for 10 plus shipping, so that's not a bad deal. That is not what I wanted. Okay, here we go. St. Andrews, beautiful St. Andrews Old Course Gulf Tartan Flat Cap. Green, blue plaid. I don't know why one size is in. I stole somebody else's title. But it is called a flat cap. Sometimes these might be called newsboys, but this particular one really isn't a newsboy cap. But you can see it was a really nice hat. I got this at an estate sale. It's actually made in Scotland, which is pretty cool. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that better. But Gilly Products made in Scotland. A guy bought this hat for $32.99. I did give free shipping on this one. Left me good feedback. He really liked the hat. St. Andrews, the Old Course. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool hat. I kind of had a feeling it was worth something when I bought it, but it was really cheap. I believe $1, so I picked it up. So I think I can finally let the cat out of the bag. This one we were buying a ton of last year. They are incredibly, incredibly hard to find nowadays. But this is Grecian Formula 16. It's a liquid hair color. This is the original formula. Now, the original formula has lead acetate in it, and you can tell right there on the side of the box. Right there contains lead acetate. These are really extremely hard to find nowadays. You probably won't find them. I happen to have this one up in my eBay room. Last year we were getting 50, 54, something like that for them, and now they are selling for $85. Well, that's at least what I got out of it. So if you do happen to come across one of these, now they are still on the shelves with the new formula. You can usually tell because the coloring of the box is a little faded compared to the new boxes, and the coloring of the stuff inside is yellower on the old formula. So lead acetate, look for that. You're welcome if you find it. So I put these in here because people say they don't sell anymore, but here they do. Now you don't pay more than $2, maybe $3 tops for one of these anymore. But they still do sell for $25. If you're brave, you can send them in a padded flat rate, maybe wrap them in something inside of a padded flat rate. I don't do that. I do put them in a box, and I check the price between eBay and Pirate Ship, and whichever one's cheaper, I'll probably get cubic on Pirate Ship for one of these. But they still don't cost a lot to ship. So I still buy them, and actually listed one tonight. So it's a good deal. They still sell. Here's our first Christmas guy. This is a 2005 Hallmark Jingle Pals. This is the piano player. This is one of the more desirable guys. As you can see at the end of the title here, I have C. That's because I had 3 of these guys. I buy them all summer, then about the end of October, beginning of November, I will start listing them. I was a little bit late on them this year, but they all sold within a week. I had 3 of this particular guy sold within a week, and I had a bunch of other Jingle Pals. I think I have one more in tonight's show. but I didn't put them all in here because that would get boring after a while. But if you don't know, these things can sell pretty good. Just if you see one at a yard sale, I tend to pay $5 or less for them, and they sell for this one sold for $38.95, so not bad. All three of them did. And here's the other Jingle Pals. This one's not as desirable as the piano player, but still a good one. I like this one. Mama, Papa there, and or actually it's probably father and son, maybe mother and a daughter. I don't know. But this one is $29.95. I got it again under $5. I pay for these, and I pick them up all summer long. List them closer to Christmas. You can list them. Just list them for this price and let them set all year. It doesn't matter, but you might want to revise it around this time of year to get a boost. This is just a cheap. Where is that? Sony CyberShot DSC W220 W220. It's a 12.1 megapixel. Somebody once told me Sony sells, and this one did. I always like to do a picture like that. I don't know why there's a Pokemon card in there. That's probably just what I had in the picture, but this one's sold, and I believe I got good feedback on this one already. Yep, still sell. $25 for that guy. I love picking up these old dandy animated guys. I have them all over my office. I'll list them on eBay, and I like to keep them on the shelves here. Once in a while, I'll push the button to hear him sing. This was the chicken dance guy, and he was the rainbow chicken dance guy. I think he was moving in the picture because you can see a little blur on him. But he still had all his tags. Really good. I probably gave $1 for this guy. I don't remember. There you can see the dandy tag. I don't remember. I know he didn't take long to sell. This one sold in a few weeks, but I can't remember exactly where I got them. But I did charge shipping on this one, $6.90. I ship it priority. I don't charge them the full price, but it makes me feel good that I charge them a little extra, and it makes them feel good that they're getting a good deal on shipping. So here's what it is. And this is when I first changed my office over and put the table up. I didn't even have a background. That's my shelving unit back there. There's some stuff on the shelves. So I have decided that eBay pictures aren't as important. Now, I'd still try to get a white background behind them, but on that occasion, I did not. All right, this was a Goodwill find. And there's another really good Goodwill find from the same Goodwill the same day. I think I paid $6.99 for this guy. It's Goodwill I go to on occasion. It's a little bit further away, so I don't go a lot, but I do like that Goodwill. I don't always find something there, but this one is from a Ford Mercury or Mazda, 1998, 2004, and there's the model number. Got $100 for this thing. See the original equipment. Now, I didn't test it. I didn't say I tested it. I said good condition with little or no wear, and that was basically my whole description. But you can see there the model number. Just look these original factory radios up. Sometimes they do really, really well. This one had a CD player in it. There was another version, I think, of this same one that had a input jack, but this one didn't have that. All right, here is the Super Shooter. Now, this box is bad, but it didn't matter. I still sold them all for the same price. You can see this is letter A. I had A, B, C, and D. I had 4 of this guy. This is the good Super Shooter. If you find this one, this time of year, you can get $40 for them all day long. They sell. That's what she looks like. Now, the thing was coming out of the box. It was falling out there, but that's okay. These things tend to be filthy. People use them to make cookies, and there's cookie dough on them. You don't have to do it, but I tend to. There's a couple screws in the unit itself, and I take the whole thing apart, and I clean the inside, because if you don't want to see what's inside of one of these, they are nasty generally. So I thoroughly clean these before I send them. You don't have to, but I would suggest it. Make sure you get all that extra old cookie dough out of there. You don't want to get somebody sick. Those are the cookie shapes. And, oh, I forgot to change the picture. I don't know how it got sideways. But anyway, they all actually had their manuals this time. I didn't put the rest of them in. I didn't want you guys to get bored again. Again, here's another one. I went outside the box with this one. I know that Ralph Lauren polo stuff can sell. I found perfumes at yard sales before, and none of them were any good, so I never bought them. But this one, I still look at them, because I know some of this stuff can be good, and I know perfumes and colognes and things of that nature can be good. This one was new, unopened, obviously out of the box, but it wasn't used. And I paid $5 for this one at a yard sale. We were having a really bad yard sale day. I think there was only 2 yard sales that day. It was the end of the season, or totally end of the season now. There is no more, but 2 yard sales that day, and we actually did pretty good. This is one of the items I bought at that yard sale for $5, and I sold it for $54.95. The other was a little Android TV box. That didn't turn out to be nearly as much, but it's still worth a little bit of money. It's worth what I paid for it plus more, but it didn't come with a remote. And had I had the remote, I would have already listed it and sold it. But so all in at that yard sale was in for $15, and I still made $54.95 on this first item. It was a really nice little find there. Oh, that picture sucks, but it is what it is. So I do not sell GNC on Amazon anymore because of the was it Voorhees? Voorhees comes after you for that. But I will sell it on eBay, and I found this one retail arbitrage. It was on clearance for $5 or $6, $5.25 maybe. I think that's what it was. It was still in date. You can see there on the bottom. Well, if I zoom in for you, you can. There you go. 121. So it's good. Well, that says 121, and that says 1221. Oh boy. Well, I think I had a couple of these. Maybe I gave them the right one. Either way, they bought it. $33.99. Not bad. They do weigh a little bit, but they will, if you get a box the right size, these will go cubic. You have to get a pretty tall square box, but a real tight fit, but they will go cubic on Pirate Ship. Mr. Bubble Bank. I don't know how many of you guys had one of these when you were a kid, but I certainly did. They are hard to come by now. This guy had some discoloration. We found this one in the abandoned house. This is one of the items that we found in there. He was rough. It took me a couple hours. You can see his nose has some dirt on it. He's got a little hole by the eye there. He's a little fat. And you get all the stuff on the back about what's going on there. No barcode on this thing, so you know it's old. See a little hole down there by the foot. Yeah. Oh, you could read it all if you really wanted to. I took a lot of good pictures of this because I wanted people to know what they were getting. That I wanted them to know also that it was authentic. But you can see there was some. This thing came out of an abandoned house that was collapsing around us. But I did sell this for $30 in this condition. If you found one in mint, probably be worth quite a bit more. We did also get shipping on that one. I have to split that $30 3 ways, so next time I see the boys, I'll give it to them. Okay, this is the last. I think no, I have one more game, GameCube game that I got from that free lot. They were all good. The last one is I think Tony Hawk's. It was a $15 game, but most of them were in this range. And this is Mario Party 6. $75.95, $3.75 shipping. When you're selling a game like this and somebody really wants it, I'll put shipping on it. They're going to pay the shipping. Lower end games is always free shipping. I always like to give a shot of the front of the disc. I like to give a shot of the back of the disc and the back of the case. And then this is my opening shot, usually on games. And you can see this one had all its paperwork and everything. It was really cool. $75 from free is always good. I don't know why I put rare in the title. I always advise against putting the word rare in the title. The only thing I can think of is that whoever else had this had rare in the title, but I threw it up there. It's nobody searches by the word rare, and it doesn't make buyers buy it any better than, it's just like putting look with the 2 @ symbols in there. It doesn't work. Doesn't do any good. But it's in there and it sold. This hat, I think I paid $2 for this hat because it still had the tag on it. It was a nice hat. It still had the tag and all the other tags. And originally it was $21.99. Wherever it was sold, I don't know. This is a really interesting logo athletic hat. I don't know, whatever Super Bowl that was. XXX. So that's 32, I believe. But anyway, $29.99, $3.75 ship. There's a transformer. This is no longer made, so this is a hard to find one. There's a certain store I can find them in every once in a while. And I had been in this particular store, this retail arbitrage, by the way, hundreds of times. It's local. It's a local store. And they must have had these in the back room because I got this one and I think who was the other guy? Grimlock. Grimlock, the brown one, anyway, which hasn't sold yet. But I got this guy and Grimlock the same day. There was buy one, get one half off, so I bought them. And this one sells for $30 on eBay. I put it on eBay only because there was some little dings. You can see one right up in there. These go to collectors. So I wasn't going to sell this one on Amazon. First of all, well, I would have merchant fulfilled it, but if I never send these things into Amazon, I always merchant fulfill this kind of thing. So, and I did get a picture of the little bent corner. That's why I did not sell that one on Amazon. But I wanted to make sure, and I did get good feedback on this one. So, another hat, $19.99. This one is also new. You can see right there, AJ Wright. I don't know what kind of store that is. I looked it up. It seemed to be a department store of some sort. But anyway, this is a New Era hat, and it sold for $19.99. A really nice hat, actually. I really liked it. And if I liked the Bulldogs, I would have kept it, but I don't. So I don't do college football or basketball or baseball or any of that. Mouse X. I'm going to take a drink, by the way. This is it's a non-harmful to your pets type mouse killer. So I don't know what's in it, but it is supposed to be safe for livestock and cats and dogs, and people really like it apparently, but not this one because there's only one star. But anyway, I bought these for 50 cents. I do see that it says 4 sold. I know I have one more, so I'm gonna have to redo this listing and add one quantity. But I bought these for 50 cents at not a Tractor Supply, but a store kind of like that, kind of like a Rural King. I can't remember the name of it right now. Family Farm and Fleet or something like that. And they were 50 cents on clearance, so I bought them all, and I'm selling them for $13.95. They're really super easy to ship. They go in my 6x4x2 boxes, believe it or not. And they fit in there really well. Just wanted to throw in some of this makeup. We're still selling it. We've got 25 cents a tube into them, plus whatever your fees are. So we're selling 2 tubes for $9.99 of this particular color or flavor or whatever you want to call it. We have 21 of these things, and only one set is sold of this number, but we have a ton of them that sell. We only put this one in tonight just to show you that we are still selling them. Golf clubs. So that radio that I got, the car radio, well, at the same Goodwill was this set of golf clubs. Now, I checked the tracking on these today, and I watched them scan it in at the post office. But for some reason, the tracking has not moved. The only reason I checked the tracking, and I never do that, I suggest you never do, because it just gives you heart palpitations and all sorts of other issues. But I was preparing for this video, and I saw it, and I said, I wonder if these have been shipped or where they're at on their route, but they haven't moved very far. So hopefully this one gets delivered in a good, timely manner. But I paid $6.99 for this set of clubs. This is an entire set, 4 through, I think that W is gap wedge. I think that's what they call it. I'm not a golfer. I don't know. These are Titleist AP1s. What was the other number on there? 710, 105 TR Flex steel shafts. I have no idea. But I know I paid $6.99 for these at a Goodwill. I'd never find good clubs at a Goodwill. I don't know anything about clubs, but I know Titleist is one to look at. And yeah, found them there, and they sold within a day. I had several offers on them. Every offer was above $200. I had them listed at $275, and somebody paid the full price for them. So it's all good. All right, another type of Polaroid I like to sell, and I found a bunch of these this year, and I've sold a bunch of these this year, and usually I don't find them. I find maybe one a year, but this year I found a couple. My pictures were horrible on this thing. Look at that. But there you go. I like that picture. That's not bad. I was trying a new background. This is a piece of like Formica board back here, and I don't like it, so I went with poster board instead. But anyway, these sell fairly good, and this one was in fantastic condition. I don't think it was ever really used. You can see there's not even any dust in that thing. It was in really, really, really good condition. Winning. That's an Amazon sale right there. I got the full ask for $139.95. The guy was excited to get it, so hopefully it works out for him well, and he enjoys his new old camera. Here's another Christmas item. This is just a little music box. It's a little drawer on the bottom opens, and when it opens, Santa Claus dances around and it plays music. This is made by Yaps, Y-A-P-S, in 1981. Saw a few on eBay, not a lot of them. But this one, so I figured, what the heck, I'll ask $26.95 and throw some shipping on it. Guess what? It's sold within a couple days. So if you find this guy, it might actually do the same for you. This one was in pretty decent condition. The other ones I've seen were not nearly as good. If you look at the bottom here, the bottom is taped on. That is the original tape. That is not the original tape. But I threw a little bit of tape on there just to make sure it doesn't come off. So they're taped on, and that tape corrodes and disintegrates over time. So these sides come off, and the whole wrap comes off. So you only. But anyway, this one was in really good condition, so I sold it for decent money, and I asked decent money, and I got decent money. So vintage Christmassy stuff always does well for me. This is one of those memory cards for the Genome 9000 machine. I know it fits other machines too. This is vintage for software. This is from the mid 90s, but people still use that machine, and they need the software for it. And this one is your Floral art and quilting designs, number 102. I just listed them all at $14.95, regardless of what they were. I didn't look them up. I listed them all at the same price, and they've been selling pretty well. I've sold quite a few of the different patterns. I sold one, I think today. It might be in this video as well. Back to the beginning with Ray Hunt, Volume 1, DVD horse training. I got $1, a quarter, 50 cents, something like that into this one. I want to say it came from the Goodwill. So, yeah. But this was former college rental, or college thing. You can see the thing, and it was from Lake Erie College. But sometimes they will donate to local Goodwills and things. Colleges when things aren't being used anymore. I don't know why Lake Erie College would need a horse training thing. But there you go. Ray Hunt, $17.95 sold. Here is the other style. This one does not do nearly as good, but it's smaller and it weighs less, so I buy them. This is the battery operated one. The thing to watch out for these, of course, is the batteries. The batteries go down here in this bottom part, and they corrode in there. So you got to make sure that that's all good and clean. Make sure this one you don't have to take apart. The cookie dough doesn't tend to get down inside of this one. At the top there where that round disc is, it can up underneath in there. You'll have to clean that out very good. If you do need to take it apart, there's a couple screws. You can see them underneath the head of the unit there, and it comes apart really super easy. I suggest doing it. I do. I take them all apart just to make sure I'm getting getting the customer as clean an item as they possibly can. I don't take nearly as much time on the $24.99 ones as I do on the $40 ones, though. Anyway, another type of super shooter that you can be looking for at yard sales, typically $5 or less. On this one, I probably don't pay more than $2 to $3. The other one I will pay a little bit more for, but this one I will not. These are reel reels. These were brand new sealed. I think these are audio reels from Radio Shack. They are the concert tape. There we go. Concert tape. The packaging was really rough, but they were brand new sealed. You can see the backside there. I don't know much about this kind of thing. I just know they were sealed vintage media, so I bought them. Somebody knew what they were because they paid $26.99 plus shipping. So I'm happy to get it to somebody who knows what it is and can use them, or maybe they'll just display them. Who knows? I've got more of these with it. It's the same brand. It's the same exact thing, except the packaging is a little different. So I split them up. These were originally $2.19 a piece. Pretty cool. Radio Shack. So Domino's Pizza Hat. I don't think this one was ever worn, but I did say worn very little or not at all in the condition notes. But this is Domino's Pizza, probably 90s, late 90s maybe. You can see it's an interesting style hat with that little stripe on the bottom down there. The pictures don't do it justice. It was a really, really nice hat. There you go. Let's see if we can get a picture of the inside. There was a little bit of dirt right there. The rest of that looked pretty good. There's the whole inside. It was a nice hat. It was an official hat from Domino's. And I got $24.99 plus shipping out of it. It sold within a day of listing it. I had it sitting around for a long time. Almost threw it in one of my auctions. I said, what the heck? I'll give this one a try. I don't do well with hats. I know I have a few in the show tonight, but for some reason the last couple of weeks I've sold a few good ones. So there's that. This is just an Xbox 360 wireless and network adapter model of $13.98. Every time I get them, I sell them for $25 to $35. This one right now, the trending seemed to be about $25, so that's what I put it up for. It just makes your original Xbox 360, not the Slims. I think the Slims had built-in wireless. Just makes it wireless, so it can hook up to your network and stuff. That is it. That is all that thing does, and sells for about $25 every time. This one was, when I got all the GameCube games, the same person, she gave me an actual Xbox 360 that didn't work. It works, but the tray doesn't like to eject, and it doesn't like to read discs, so I got to change out the disc in it because it's a real nice shape otherwise. But anyway, so this was free to me. So I paid, I don't know, a couple dollars for a giant bag full of these. Well, it says I have 70 of them, 70 available, 10 sold, so I had 80 of these altogether. These are 1982 Toyota. It was hard to take a picture of this thing, by the way. Care Rally car key. You used to put these on your keychains, and if your key got lost, if you dropped it somewhere, somebody could put it in a mailbox. I guess you would register this number 326907. It's different on every tag, and you could drop it in a mailbox, and it would go to Chicago, Illinois, and they'd figure out who it belonged to. So that's what this is. From 1982. I don't know why these are popular, but I've sold 10 of these daggone things. So I've made I've sold $69 worth of these little tiny key tags. Now they don't sell for a lot, and they don't sell real super quick, but this last buyer bought 2 of them. So, and I like multi-quantity discounts, and on something like this, I will give a bigger discount, like 20%. Usually on the bigger things, they only go, or the more popular things, they only go 15%. But on this kind of thing, yeah, I'll give them to you for $6 a piece. I don't care. You're saving a couple dollars if you buy 3 or more. And people tend to buy 1 of this thing, but sometimes they do buy 2. The last buyer did. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorite things to find. I will pay up for these every time I see them. This one, I think I paid $5 for this one. The last couple I paid $25 for. The first one I ever got had all the stuff with it. It was brand new, sealed in the box. That one I got 300 and some odd, for almost $400 for. This one, I listed it last night. I sold it today. $149.95, $9.99 shipping. These tend to go overseas. This particular one didn't this time. Stayed here in the States, but really cool camera. I never say these things are tested. I just say all functions appear to operate as they should, because they do. And people aren't buying these for the 3D effect, the lenticular effect, because you can't get the film form anymore. What they use these for now is to make animated GIFs, because it takes 4 pictures at a time. So it's got 4 lenses, and it takes them at slightly different angles. So they can make an animated GIF with it, I guess. I don't know how that works, but they do. So that's good for them. And they tend to pay up for this camera. It's not a very well-made camera. They were fairly cheaply made. It was a gimmick. But they are, if you ever find a Nishika, pick it up if you can get it. I'll pay up to $25, maybe $30 or $40 for one of these, depending on the condition of it. Or more even, because you can see I got 150 with no problem. Genome Craft memory card. Okay, 9,000. Genome 9,000. This one was the quilting version. You can see the designs there are the designs you get on the card. So there's some more designs on the front of that. You can see all the designs back here. Again, $14.95. I got the whole box of these, and there must have been 30 of them in there, maybe 25, for $3.99 at Salvation Army. Every time I find anything that has to do with quilting or embroidery or any of that kind of thing, or Basilla or dimensions pattern or cross stitch kits or something, anything like that, hobby crafty type stuff, I will always look it up. And this one, I didn't even look up in the store. I just took a chance on it because it was so doggone cheap. And I've sold quite a few of these. I bet you I've sold 15 out of and my box is getting quite empty now. So we did really, really well with these things. But that is that on that. So that is what we sold. Now, that's not everything we sold, of course. We've sold a lot more. I don't like the lighting in here tonight. It makes me look funny. But we've been doing really good. I didn't show you everything. There's a few things that if you find my store name, you can go look and check my sold for yourself. But I don't like to put a lot of information out. You guys got to do a little work yourselves too, and you do. You guys are great, and I appreciate every one of you. And I want to thank all the folks who came out to the auction last night. We had the biggest turnout ever. I think we had 83 live viewers at one time. And that was great. So anyway, so if you enjoyed this tonight, don't forget, hit that like button. Share it if you think it'll help somebody else. Hit the bell notification so you get further updates. Y'all have a good day.